Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Wait, what if the water turns rough and rowdy? In this story, such situation happens to this girl. The original Rumpelstiltskin story has some dark themes, but my version has some twists at the end. So it is a fairy tale. Come, let's all watch it together. Rumpelstiltskin Reimagined. Once upon a time, the miller's daughter was skipping along the riverbank without a care, not knowing what is unfolding in the palace at that moment. I heard you boasting about your daughter's talent all over town. Is that true? The king asks the miller in a dangerous voice. The scared miller stammers, "Yes, your majesty." "Bring the miller's daughter here now." The king orders his soldiers. They rush out to do his bidding. "Your father says you spin gold out of straw. Tell me it's false and I'll behead him." The king roars. The miller's daughter bows. "It's true, your majesty," she says timidly, afraid for her father. "Take her to the stables." The king orders the soldiers. "Spin the straw into gold by tomorrow, or I'll behead you also," he tells the miller's scared daughter. She is locked inside the stable with a mound of fresh straw. Stricken with fear, she is looking around and begins to weep. Just when the sun was about to rise, suddenly there is a strange noise near her. She backs away in fear when a little man appears out of nowhere. "I can spin this straw into gold, but in return, you'll have to give me something," the little man says in a cracked voice. The miller's daughter nods in fear. "I have spun your gold. Now give me something," he asks. The miller's daughter takes her gold pin from her hair and gives him. The little man vanishes from sight. The king is surprised to see the gold. "Let's see what you can do with more straw tonight. If you can't, then you know what will happen." 2 mounds of straw is thrown in that night, and when she is wondering whether she will get help, the little man appears again. "I'll spin for you. Be ready to part with something dear in return." The little man starts to spin the straw into gold. "This was my late mother's locket, my lucky locket." Saying this, the miller's daughter gives it to the little man, who disappears that second. "Well done, my dear. If you spin this room full of straw by tomorrow, you will have the honor of becoming my queen," says the delighted king, walking away. The little man comes again that night and gets to work on spinning all the straw into gold. "What are you giving me today?" asks the little man after finishing. The miller's daughter cries, saying, "I have nothing to give you today, but I'll be queen soon. Then you can have anything you want," she adds. "No," says the little man, "I have everything." "You should give me your firstborn child, or I'll turn this gold again into straw," he threatens. With no choice in sight, the frightened girl agrees. The king is so happy on seeing all the gold. You are a beautiful as well as a resourceful young lady. Let's get married soon, he laughs joyfully. The wedding was an affair to remember by all who came from far and wide, from all over the kingdom. Years flew by, and the queen was happily waiting to become a mother, forgetting about the little man, almost. And she is blessed with a baby boy. One evening, she is walking in the gardens when she hears a strange noise with the ground cracking beside her. And out jumps the little man, saying, "You did not forget your word, right? Now give me your child," to the shocked queen. "I am grateful for what you did for me, but please ask anything else. Spare me my child, I am begging you," the queen cries. Says the little man, and adds, "I feel sorry for you, but a promise is a promise. I'll give you 3 days' time. If you can guess my name correctly by then, you can keep your child, else he is mine. So be ready with the names tomorrow night, queen." The little man leaves, laughing all the way. The queen immediately calls her messengers and sends them away in search of strange names from all over the kingdom. "You should be here by tomorrow afternoon." The messengers rush off. The next evening, the queen drops names to the little man. "Longbeard?" "Ha ha ha," laughs the little man. "Pegaleg? Scallywag? Sheepshanks?" The little man waves. "No, I'll come back tomorrow. Think of some more." The little man laughs again the second day when the queen fails to say his name correctly and adds, "Come with the child tomorrow, queen, to hand him over." The desperate queen walks alone with a heavy heart, not knowing what to do. And then she suddenly hides behind a big tree when she spots the little man dancing around a fire. She goes nearer. "I get the child tomorrow. I won't be alone anymore. She'd never guess my name is Rumpelstiltskin. Ho ho ho!" The little man sings and dances. The queen smiles with relief, and for the first time in days, her world looks clear. Tonight, the queen is waiting for the little man, and he appears eagerly. "Give me the child. You wouldn't have guessed my name," he snickers with glee. What could be your name? Tom, Buck, Harry, or Rumpelstiltskin? Slowly, the little man's face changes. "You could have never known." His face reddens in fury as he tries to stomp the ground when the queen says, "Wait, stop," in a rush. "I was wandering in the backyard with a broken heart last night, and I saw you dancing, and I heard what you said," the queen adds softly. "You have 2 choices. Either you can leave now and never come back, or," pauses the queen, and the little man interrupts in anger, "or what?" The queen adds, or you can visit us whenever you feel like and play with the child. The little man's face slowly changes. You will do that? He asks in wonder. Watching everything from behind the bushes, the king comes out and goes to the queen, slowly sitting beside her. I have been ignorant, inconsiderate, and greedy. And because of me, you have suffered so much heartache. I am so sorry, my dear. The king repents with a heavy voice. You have changed me, my queen, over the years with your kindness, patience, and intelligence. I have decided to consult you on important matters from now. The queen smiles gently. The king, queen, and the son lived happily ever after, and as you can see, Rumpelstiltskin comes to play with the prince often. Original story published by Grimm Brothers in 1812. Thank you for watching. Adapted, created, and narrated by Anuvishwa.